Education for all. This is Department of Education Region 12 School on the Air. Let's learn through Education on the Air for Grade 10 English. Good morning, our dearest Grade 10 students. This is your School on the Air in Grade 10 English. We are glad to be learning with you through radio. I am Hera Joy El Cahoy from Buayan National High School. Make sure that you are in your most comfortable place and can clearly hear our broadcast. Have you eaten your meal? In order for you to learn and understand our lesson this day properly, it would be better if you have already eaten your meal. This time, I wanted to bring out your handout. Again, let me remind you that our lesson for today is about writing news report. Okay? Please bring out your handout. Before we start our new lesson, may I know what you have learned from your previous journeys by answering the following questions. Write your answer on 1/2 sheet of paper. Are you ready? Listen to the instruction carefully. Write T if the statement is true and F if the statement is false. Okay, students, let us start. Number 1. Writing the news report requires answering the following questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Number 2. Using panel discussion will bring out not only excellent ideas, but solutions that everybody will benefit. Number 3. Speech is a process to convince the audience of some message. Number 4. A fact is a thing that is known and a thing to be proven. Number 5. An accumulated information is always factual. So now, let's reveal the answers to the pretest. Are you ready? Number 1 is T. Number 2 is T. 3 is T. 4 is F. And number 5, F. How many correct answers did you get? I do hope that you answered the questions well. Later, we will have a short quiz again. If you will listen very carefully and attentively to the lesson, I am sure you can answer the questions well. This time, please be ready to learn a new lesson. Are you ready? If you wanted to go to the toilet or drink water, do it now, because few moments from now, we are going to learn our new lesson. As what I have said a while ago, our lesson for today is about writing news report. Please bring out your handout so you can follow me. This is our module number 1, lesson number 1.
Grade 10 English Quarter 1 Module 1 Lesson 1 Using Information Sources in Everyday Life.
Once again, good morning Grade 10 learners. Our lesson is about writing news report. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to use information from news reports that can be used in everyday life. Are you ready? Please get your notebook and ball pen because we are now going to start our lesson. Our lesson is about writing news report. Using information from news reports is important since the purpose is to inform readers, especially about events that are around us and may also affect us. It can make you feel connected too. but conflict of interest may rise the way news is reported. That's why news reports have a certain structure that you need to follow to ensure you can find the most important information quickly. This time, you will go through the process of developing ideas and collecting and organizing information. You will use the information you have gathered in composing a news report to go with the headline. Follow this guide in writing the news report. These are the parts of the news report. News reports begin with a catchy headline. Headline is the heading at the top of an article or page in a newspaper or magazine. Example, COVID-19 deaths soar high in Cebu City. Lead paragraph informs the reader of the most important aspects of the story as soon as possible. The lead paragraph is often the only part of the story that people read. Use the 5 W's rule. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. It only includes if there is space. Example, this evening at about 10 p.m. at Malaya Hotel, the senator while at the lobby with his family was shot by an assassin by a riding-in tandem. Body of the news report gives more details and provides more information about the why and how of the story. Tail contains the less important information, which is often omitted by the newspaper editor if there is not enough space left in the newspaper. Hints. Your news report should be easy to understand. Every news story should be able to be read by a 12-year-old learner. Try to be fair. Include both sides of the story and don't let your opinion get in the way of reporting the facts. Did you understand? Okay, altogether let us give the 4 parts of a news report. First, headline. Second, lead paragraph. Third, body. And lastly, 4th part is the tail. Please bring out your handout and look over this part of the news report. Please follow as we go over the lesson. Let us see how far you have gone in understanding how to write the news report. Please bring out your notebook and fill in the blanks with the appropriate word that best completes the statement. Write only your answer on your notebook. Are you ready? 1. The blank informs the reader of the most important aspects of the story as soon as possible. 2. The blank contains the less important information, which is often omitted by the news editor if there is not enough space left in the newspaper. 3. A or an blank is the structure of the news report. 4. The blank gives more details and provides more information about the why and how of the story. 5. A blank, a heading at the top of an article or page in a newspaper or magazine. I do hope that you get all the answers correctly. Let us check your answers on the activity. Here are the answers. Number 1, lead paragraph. Number 2, tail. Number 3, inverted pyramid. Number 4, body. And number 5, headline. If there were part of the lesson that was not clear enough, please take note on that. You have heard and learned a while ago on how to write a news report. If you enjoyed the lesson, right? We will do the recap later after some reminders. And we are back on School on the Air in Grade 10 English. A while ago, I shared about writing news report. This time, let us do the recap. Please open your notes and let us review what you have learned today. I shared about the 4 parts of a news report. First, headline. Second, lead paragraph. Third, body. And lastly, fourth is the tail. I believe you have learned a lot from the very start of our lesson. It's a pleasure that you will perfectly remember the significant points of your lesson. Now that we are done with our lesson, it's time to measure your knowledge on what you have learned today. Please bring out your one whole sheet of paper. Please write your name and date today. Today is... Please do not forget the lesson number for this quiz today. Module number 1, lesson number 1. Good, that is correct. Are you ready? Please set aside your notes and listen very carefully. I will be giving you 5 questions for this quiz. Listen very carefully. I will read the following part of the news story and you will identify what part is it. Use your paper you have provided. Here is question number 1. The 1,000,000-to-1 shot came in. Hell froze over. A month of Sundays hit the calendar. Don Larson today pitched a no-hit, no-run, no-man reach first game in the World Series. What part of the news is it? Question number 2. Dead body found at the museum. Curator suspected. For items 3 to 5, briefly describe the factual content of the story related to the part of the story given. Write your answer on your paper. For number 3, who is involved? For number 4, what took place? 5, when did it take place? That ends our short quiz for today. Have you answered all the questions, students? Make sure that you have written all the important details in your quiz. If you have more questions, please do not hesitate or include to write it down. Here are the answers in your quiz. Number 1, lead paragraph. Number 2, headline. Number 3, 50 Shabu suspects nabbed by PNP. Number 4, June 15 to 20, 2020. PNP arrested the 50 suspects and intensified its illegal drugs drive with buy-bust in the aforementioned place. Number 5, it's a series of buy-bust operations from June 15 to 20, 2020. This ends our discussion for today. Another lesson has been learned and then understood. To further enhance your understanding on the lesson, please read your handout. As read-on assignment, please read Module 1, Lesson 1 on page 9. You will be notified through text message for more information and clarification. Our next lesson is recognizing information from contextualized speech. Make sure to stay tuned on the School on the Air. Till next time, this has been your teacher on air, Miss Herajoy El Cahoy from Buayan National High School for School on the Air in Grade 10 English. Always remember to study well. I hope to be learning with you again on our next lesson. Goodbye!
Sama-sama sa pagsulong ng ito kalidad. Ikaw at ako, matulungan tayo sa balita at impormasyon, sa katotohanan